What's going on YouTube? It's your buddy Will from the What's Up in the Sky 37 channel or www.whatsupinthesky.com, and you are looking at the West Candor Chasma again. I just showed you a video where we had this perfect three-sided pyramid on it. This is the same area, just right around the corner. And I'm going to show you something that should blow your mind now. This is one of my favorite anomalies. What is it? Mars Unearthed did a great job unearthing this picture a while back. Look at this. This is basically you're looking at a 4 kilometers, so about 2.5 miles across here. And so you're looking at a pretty big building, but there's a bunch of buildings in this picture, and this isn't the only one. So you guys go crazy with it. Also, there's things that look like wind-blown pyramids all over it, uh, like walls. But let's really take a look at this good one before I show you where I get it. Look at this building right here. It's got a perfect sphere at the bottom, perfect sphere there, and it's cut out perfectly. Even on the edge here where it's cut in this building, it's got like one of the alcoves like we have on some of our buildings, like like when you're in a castle and a lookout or something like that. Perfect symmetry all the way back, and then look at the building right next to it or under it. It's even under part of it, like how it's built. Very beautiful. Now this isn't the way it sits. So what this is over here is the way it actually sits. This is the let me get it back to perfect due north, how we had it, how it came from NASA. And let me show you exactly where we got it from first, because that's what I always do. I always show everybody where we get our stuff. I do not Photoshop these. If you want to know where I got that pyramid, go back. There's a on my video list. There's something that said three-sided pyramids. Just a couple back now. And so let's see here. This is where I got this one right here, and I got this using the best quality download. And if you want to get this one as well, you can come here and download it as a PDF, TIFF file. I got the TIFF since it was the biggest, the best resolution. And what you get though, when you get this from the other, it's very light. It's not going to look like the one I just had. Here, let me step back. I should have stepped backwards before I started this video. Sorry about this, guys. Um, yeah, there we go. This is how it comes. It's very, very light. I don't know why it does this when it comes up. But what I did was just doing a quick adjustment on the contrast and the color. And what it does is it'll do the auto contrast. This is Photoshop, but anything you have, most likely, if it can pull this up, has some sort of auto contrast, or you can do the brightness by yourself. Um, you know, and that didn't even help. Yeah, it's helping. It's going to come down now. These are pretty big files. And I'm also using this software and a couple other things. So, and then you can go down here, you'll see now it's got all sorts of anomalies are in here. Back down, you can see the building, all that good stuff. Now let's see which one. This is the one from NASA. Let's see which it looks better in. This whole thing, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to go over this whole picture. It's so amazing. This is what the true how it flew over was. So let's take a look at this one. There seems to be a sphere down here. Let me get my little pointer so we can look. A sphere, the perfect building. I mean, the symmetry is amazing. Even here, look up top here, how you have this perfectly like rounded front to it, and down here it just follows it down, and it's just in the shadow. You can't see it. Over here, another perfect building. This looks like another circle building, but look at that. Perfect cut. Look at the stories. Even this story here matches this story over here. This is just ingenuity at its best. Um, Bridges, what it looks like, stuff like that over to here. Now, I'm thinking this might be some sort of mining operations. This is what they call this on the Mars Unearthed, the people who did this. I'm going to leave a link for this because this is awesome how they do it. Um, they say this is a port here, like maybe like a space port or a port to get the stuff out of here, somehow to get it where it needs to go. Look at that circle here on top of that, just perfectly sitting there. Move over and get it perfectly just sitting there on top of this, which seems like some sort of reservoir or something. Um, but that's the port. And if we go up here, they say this is strip mining, and boy, does it look like some sort of mining or something along those lines. And this over here is interesting to me as well, too. So what I want to do, all right, so let me grab this now. I just cut me trying to figure out why I couldn't do this out of the video. So if you just notice it just blitzed a little bit, that was it. Nothing major. Now let's check the exposure on these here. Now, it does seem to look like something that comes down, like there's some strip mining going on here. Let me bring down the exposure a little bit. Let's see if I can't play with the gamma. Let me bring it back up. It's definitely something brighter there in the middle. And over here, if you're looking like just at this stuff over here, this just seems very odd. I mean, the stuff connecting it. Here, let me cancel this out so we get a good look at this on here. Um, what seems to be more, like I said, I just love the spaceport. I could just leave this up here, and this could be enough for this one. I do want to go briefly over some of the other anomalies they found in here, and a couple of the ones I found. To me, this stuff over here looks like buildings on top of a ridge, and they seem to have like roads that kind of connect everything. Like maybe this here was more like a stadium or something along those lines. But when I start saying stuff like this, I see what I see, you see what you see. I mean, this is just me totally speculating. There's no science to this. Believe me, I'm not trying to act like there's science to this, but these do look like buildings over top of a cliff, looking over some very interesting, what looks like vegetation or sand. But check this out. Just kind of overhanging there, kind of sitting. Remember, this was right next to that pyramid I showed you earlier. Where was it? I must have exited out. I think I did exit it out. Um, just for the extra, just for the extra juice behind the computer. Um, look at this stuff. Looks like big towers here along some of this interesting ways. And if they go through here, they'll show you some stuff that looks like tunnels. Like I said, check the link out. I'm going to leave for the other stuff too. And because up here at the top, there's just some interesting things that they point out. Let me see if I can't find them now. Let me back up a little bit. See if I can't find where. Okay, here we are. Starting to get towards it now. And then here. They call this the temple. Like this would be up pretty high. And let me see if I can't go ahead and adjust the brightness a little bit. Since it's so overexposed up here, I should try and bring the brightness down a little bit and the contrast up. All right, that definitely brings this area out. So let's leave it there for right now because we're not going to go back down and worry about the other. And here it's running through. I also got the other one in the background. So it's got a lot of megabytes are being used right now. And look at this perfect piece of shaped here. Tell me that's not cool. Um, it comes around like a big snake head. And this is huge right here. And it comes like a heart. That's pretty neat. I didn't see that before. But see here, it does kind of look like a temple that goes up and it's got a little shadow here in front of it. Kind of like what we have here, the obelisks here on Earth. I mean, I'm sure we all know what obelisks are. Look how very interesting this stuff is. Now, at the very tippy top, you've got stuff like this. Um, you see that kind of stuff on Earth too. And that's what's kind of born out there. And I'm wondering if we've seen a lot of this stuff out and around. I'm wondering if this is some sort of weird vegetation or something. There used to be. This they think is some sort of reservoir at the top. Let's see here. They say reservoirs, possibly, right here, reservoirs, possibly. Not really sure about that, but this does look like a building up here or something. It's like three round buildings with another circle one there, and it's just cut off up there at the top at the picture. Um, interesting. To me, that doesn't look like a reservoir. That looks like it's built up, and it looks like it could be something under it, like a area under it or something. It looks like it has ways to get to it. I mean, that's just my opinion on that. Not that take it for what you want. I said this is what's up in the sky, 37. You know what we do here. I'm just sitting here using my imagination. So if you're gonna come here and curse about it, I'm just gonna ban you from my channel. Anybody who can't use not language is not foul. Get a life. Come on. I'm not gonna. Here we go. Let me brighten that back up so we can take a look at some of this stuff. Anybody who uses cursing is banned. Bye. Interesting, huh? Very interesting there. But let's go down there one more time to my awesomeness. I love this part down here. This is interesting too, just watching how all this stuff has symmetry in it. But the real awesomeness is down. Ooh, another one looks like a building here, and it looks like these two go up two towers. This was kind of cool. This kind of looked like it went up as a tower. Let me do the undo. Step backwards. Edit, step backwards. Um, and coming on down, we find. And this just seems to be more work. This seems like this was more work, like land, like somebody had worked to make this look like this. See how this stuff connects and all this stuff comes along. And then bam, there it is one more time. And up there too, look at that. One, two, and it almost looks like it's perfectly built on both sides. Like you can see look at it from that angle, look how much better it is. But, and what is this? This seems to be coming out of the sky. Is that smoke possibly? I'm gonna make it really big for the people who have the cell phones and can't see it. What in the world? Is that a perfect building or not? Is it a perfect structure? Did I do good on this one? I found this one online. I just found it on one of these anomaly websites. I thought you guys would like it. To me, that looks like a perfect building. It's just about the size of some huge buildings we have here on Earth, too. I mean, this is only 2.5 miles, this whole thing across. So, much love, guys. What's Up in the Sky 37, www.whatsupinthesky.com. Hit like, do what you do. I told you I'd have this yesterday. I had band practice today. Been playing guitar, bass in its new band. So, much love. Peace.